Part 1, Topic Hometown. Where are you from? I was born and raised in a family on the outskirts of Ho Chi Minh City. The village where I lived has a very tranquil atmosphere. Although I've been living in the city center for my study for the better part of the last 4 years, I always get back to my village to escape from the hectic pace of city life on weekends. What do you like about your hometown? I really like the hospitality of the people in my village where we are living close together and willing to give others a hand when needed. It's what I can hardly find in my current residential area where neighbors see each other as strangers. What is it like where you live? I'm living in the center of Ho Chi Minh City where there are tons of townhouse complexes and high-rises. These housing units are built to accommodate a tidal wave of people gravitating towards the city in search of work. Do you like living in the city? To be honest, I don't really like living in the city regardless of all the modern facilities it can offer. I love the outdoors, trees, big yards, and the like. I particularly hate the traffic in the city. It's a nightmare at times when I was stuck in gridlock for hours. Would you prefer to live somewhere else? Why? Absolutely yes, and it would be the village in my hometown. I think that in the long-term future, I'll stay in the city because there are more job opportunities for me here. Maybe during my retirement, I get back to my hometown to settle down for good. Does your hometown have a lot of tourists? No, it doesn't. It's just a typical village of the outdoors in Vietnam with small houses, winding alleys, paddy fields, and rivers. I mean, it's just an ordinary place and there are no tourist attractions. Do you think your hometown is a good place for young people? Why? Actually, I don't think so. Public facilities are not developed in my hometown. There are no universities, hospitals, shopping malls, or companies like in the city. Also, the area is not highly accessible by public transport. Youngsters are better off moving to the city where they can land a decent job and enjoy modern life. Part 2. Describe your hometown. You should say dash where it is, dash what you can see and do there, dash how it has changed since you was a child, dash why you love it. When I read the cue card, the first thing springing to mind was Tonda, my small village in a town on the outskirts of Ho Chi Minh. To be specific, it's located in the far south of the city. This small, tranquil and picturesque village is typical for the outdoors in Vietnam with winding alleys, paddy fields, and rivers. I still vividly remember as a child during summertime, I used to participate in various outdoor activities with my friends such as playing football, fishing, and swimming. At night, we even sat on the rooftop to admire the beauty of the sky with billions of shining stars. My hometown is becoming more and more vibrant as time goes by. It used to be very dull and seemed to fall behind with development, but now, everything has changed. It's got a new lease of life with a great economic situation with an increasing number of factories and chain stores and a developed education system with many schools springing up over the years. I love my hometown from the bottom of my heart. It's where I was born and raised and where my loved ones settle. Whenever I want to temporarily get out of the rat race, I get back to my hometown to see my parents and friends. It's an excellent way to alleviate stress. The people there are so warm-hearted and amiable, and they give me a great sense of community that I can hardly find in my current residential area where neighbors see each other as strangers. In what ways can you improve your hometown? Well, although residents' living conditions in my hometown have been substantially improving as time goes on, there are not so many means of entertainment. We have to travel a long distance of about 30 kilometers to the city to watch a film in a cinema or to go shopping in a mall. It's a nightmare as sometimes it takes hours for us to reach the destination by bus, for example, because of gridlock. That's why I want public facilities such as cinemas, shopping malls, gyms or museums to be constructed in my hometown so that people can easily get there and enjoy their free time. What is the main reason for liking a hometown other than the fact you were born there? Well, the fact that we were born and raised in our hometown is the prime reason for our connection with it. However, it is this fact that leads to other contributing factors. To be specific, during the time we lived there, we were getting used to the life there and created pleasant as well as unpleasant memories that we never can forget. We've got our loved ones there, our family, friends, first lover, teacher, and so on. I mean, everything in our childhood is inextricably linked with our hometown, which makes us love it and have a sense of nostalgia when we are far away from it for a long time. Most people in this world do not live in their hometowns. Why? The hometown of each person is such a comfy place with family and friends. I believe it can be considered as our comfort zone where we can feel safe and secure. However, to many people, it is this relaxing place that can be too distracting for them to pursue their career goals. There is a saying that life begins at the end of our comfort zone, so a huge number of people choose to leave their hometown to discover a new land and start their career. Also, it's a way to explore other places and experience different cultures across the world. Some people want to live in their hometowns forever. Why? I believe that some people have a liking for a lifelong stay in their hometown because they are not motivated to get out of their comfort zone. They have become so familiar with the surroundings with family, neighbors, close friends, and the like. Settling in a new land means starting everything all over again, which seems challenging and risky. That's why they have a propensity to settle for good in their hometown. Which affects a person's personality more, the hometown or the current city? Why? Personally, I think personality is not static. I mean, it changes and develops over time. That's why I believe our current residential area can have a more considerable effect on forming our character traits. For example, as a little boy, I was quite shy and reserved. However, since I moved to the city for my study a couple of years back, I have gradually become an extrovert to get used to the hectic pace of city life. Do people with the same hometown have a similar thinking? Why? Yes and no. I reckon that each person has their own way of thinking, and in the same community, there are people who share the same opinions whereas some others don't. For instance, in my very family, my father and I are on the same wavelength, while my mother's viewpoints coincide with my brother's. So, it's impossible for everyone in the same hometown to share a similar way of thinking, I suppose.